So here we've got the lime tree that I transplanted, dug out, saved. It's going to be bulldozed. Had some tomatoes in there before and need cleaning up. You can see it's starting to spring into life. Now we're getting obviously flush of spring growth. You can get some flowers. We might see some fruit this year. Got the pooches. A couple of more tomatoes under these other citrus. These are all late season tomatoes. And these ones survive winter, so might be able to keep them going for summer. I'll prune them back and let them take off again. Here we've got the mandarin. It's just about to burst into flower. As you can see, he's covered. Now, last year I only got one mandarin off of this. As I transplanted them just as they were flowering last year, or moved them and pruned them back. They were a bit neglected. So I only got one mandarin last year. You can get any lemons off this tree. However, this year we're going to get heaps. As you can see, it's in flower. The bees have been loving it. There is fruit everywhere. Now these trees are going to move home again this year. They're going to move back to the farm. We're going to use them as cover plants in the pods for a new garden we're setting up on the farm. It's going to give us some good shade cover while we get other things established. Loop and tiny. We've got grapevines. Just use the sun. They're just bursting into life now. They're going to get a prune this week. Bring them back. They should have probably been done a couple of weeks ago before bud burst, but anyway. And then we've got strawberries. Not sure why this one is so yellow. Do some research. I think maybe nitrogen or phosphorus from the leaves, but we'll see. But we're getting some fruit. And I've been eating strawberries for a couple of weeks now. And we're midway through September. We got some chilies or capsicums, lettuce. Lettuce has popped up everywhere. I let it go to seed last summer, and yeah, it's come up through the compost everywhere. Got finger lime here, just starting to shoot. I gave them a severe prune midwinter, which was probably wrong, but they're coming back. Little pine tree. I think it's a Norfolk Island pine. We'll see. Kind of got eaten by sheep at home, but it's coming back. More lettuce, obviously. Another finger lime. I have a green, a red, and I forget what the other one is. A pink, I think. More lettuce. We've got asparagus here, which I've been eating for I've had 4 or 5 pieces of it so far. And then we've got our third finger lime. We've got onions that are planted. They're taken off now. Just keeping an eye on things, and obviously lettuce everywhere. Just having a watch. I am getting some creeping oxalis coming up everywhere, which I don't want to take back to the farm. So we are plucking that out, and also I am spraying it. Spraying it gets into the roots and takes the whole plant out instead of it springing back from the rhizomes. Here we've got some poincianas. These are actually 2 years old now, but had a hard time. Just about to come back into spring growth, as you might be able to see. We've got more lettuce and Australia pumpkin under the passion fruit. The passion fruit has been flowering all winter, and I've just been hand pollinating with a paintbrush. And I've got plenty of fruit coming on. Cement mixer, handy thing for mixing soil. Here we've got some raspberries. They're just starting to really shoot off. I think that one's a boysenberry or something, another berry. And I think a young berry. This here is Brussels sprouts. The word escaped me for a moment there. We've got a crop propagation table. Currently growing, planted yesterday, a heap of seed. We've got some more poinciana, grapevine cuttings, doing some cuttings of the passion fruit. And then here we've got a whole heap of different seeds. These bigger pots with the labels are just a big pinch of seeds. They're mostly mallees and gum trees to go back to the farm. I've labelled them this time. This last lot was some that I lost the label for, or didn't put one on. And so I pricked these out and I've potted them on into their individual pots. Got some sort of stone fruit. It seems to be suckering from the base, but I'm going to let it do it, and I'll probably graft onto that. I think it was grown by seed, so might not be that good. Some more late season tomatoes, which I think I'll just pull those. As you can see, here's creeping oxalis. This has been sprayed or painted with some systemic chemical to kill the rhizome of it. I'm sick of trying to pull it out by hand. Don't seem to be winning, so we'll hit it at the roots. A couple of cherries to go back to the farm. They are a little way from bud burst still. So we've got a Stella and a Lapins. The Lapins looks like it's close to bud burst. some frangipanis. Again, to go home to the farm for the new garden. This chilli was pruned back. It's actually about 3 years old now. 2 years old. But it keeps persisting. So we'll see. Should spring into growth soon. Some potatoes in the compost. A random gum tree seedling that's come up, or a mallee. It's hard to say what it's going to be. They have different leaves while they're juvenile, so we shall see. But it can get planted on the farm. Some lavender. More lettuce behind. Gelatin wax. And this one is a Melaleuca. So this one's going to go in the creek line where it won't mind having wet feet. That one.